Hey guys, what's up? It's Samantha, and today I am going to be doing a plan with me for the week of April 25th through May 1st. I have not sat down to film a plan with me in so long. Honestly, I feel like my planning skills are rusty, just even being able to put down stickers and overlays straight. I really haven't even been planning that much in my personal planner. I've had a very hectic, stressful couple of months, and honestly, there's a part of me that doesn't even want to memory keep a lot of this time. It's just been very, very stressful. And even going back and trying to pull together like plans for memory keeping, I realized I didn't write down plans for quite a few days this spring just because things were so hectic and crazy, which sounds sort of weird. You'd think if things were more stressful, I'd be using my planner more, like trying to get myself organized. But I definitely haven't been writing down like memory keeping type stuff as religiously as I have for the last 7 years, which is wild. This coming up week is my 7-year anniversary of making Plan With Me's on YouTube. So yeah, this is like the first time in 7 years that there's been periods where I haven't necessarily filmed Plan With Me's, but I've never not routinely planned, like did decorative planning for myself. So honestly, I feel like I'm just in this planner flux. Like I love doing this decorative style. Part of it is my like office space in this apartment that we were supposed to only be in for a few months and it's now been over a year, is not super conducive to like how I would like to have things set up for planning. I have to like get out of my chair to like get stuff all the time and it's just annoying, which is part of why I don't do it. But also, honestly, like it's harder to plan or like memory keep planning wise if you're like not excited about what's going on. And as you guys know, like this past year with building our house has been like roadblock after roadblock after roadblock. But I am happy to announce that we are actually, as of the time of me recording this voiceover, we are closing on our house in 2 days. We have clear to close. Theoretically, there's nothing that should go wrong at this point. And we did our walkthrough last week. The house is in a state that is move-inable. So it's just been such a wild, wild ride. And I'm very excited to get into the house. We have multiple bedrooms upstairs. We're moving into a 4-bedroom house. Obviously, we don't need 4 bedrooms. So I will be taking one of those bedrooms and making them like my planning office computer space. And I'm very excited to be able to design and set up a planning space that works just for me, and I can close a door again. That's also been really frustrating. My planning stuff is like in our living room area of our apartment, so I can't close a door and have silence, so it limits when I'm able to film and voiceover, that sort of thing, and like the lighting changes and stuff a lot. So very, very excited to have a dedicated planning space again like I did in my previous home. And yeah, I'm just like, I feel like I didn't even let myself like dream about like what I wanted my planning space to look like in the house because it felt like I was jinxing it somehow. And now that like everything's coming together, I've been looking at like what kind of office furniture I want and how I want to set it up. And I'm going to take a measuring tape over this afternoon and like make sure everything will fit the way I think it'll fit. So I'm just very excited. And I feel like it's making me excited about planning again, trying new things. I actually bought like a print pression spiral planner for like an A5 wide one for planning content, because once we move into the house, I feel like I'm really excited to not have all of these like issues going on that like keep interrupting my life in terms of like moving and house stuff and all of that, and just like get back into regular content creation because I really enjoy doing that. So I have like a whole functional planner just for content stuff now, and I'm very, very excited about it. But with that being said, I decided to do a color blocking, like full spread. I know for most of my memory keeping stuff, I've been doing white space, but I was in the mood to go all out. I've experimented with color blocking a little bit, like in the few spreads I've done in my personal, like my main planner. and I've really enjoyed it. So this is an older Scribble Prince Co. kit. This kit has gotten bounced around from week to week to week so many times. I kept saying I was going to use it and kept not using it, but I really like it. Now that I've used it, I'm like, oh man, like this is one of those kits that I think looks better once it's down than it does just like in the kit, which happens sometimes. I love these colors. I love the theme. It was just like very, very fun to sit and plan this last night. So this week was my brother's birthday, and now that I know when we are actually closing on the house, I can retroactively go back and do a countdown until we close on the house. So this, like I said, was my brother's birthday week, and we did have like a little bit of a get together for him on Saturday, which you will see later. So Monday I had this like whole week I had sleep issues. I was having a lot of sleep issues this spring. I mean, it's pretty obvious why. Just like lots of anxiety, lots of stress, makes it hard to sleep. So I like woke up, had my coffee and chilled, did laundry, was feeling anxious, stressed. We also had car issues. Both my car and Joe's car had some pretty major repairs that needed to be done, and buying a new car wasn't an option because if you are like in the process of getting a mortgage, it's like a huge no-no to finance something. So we had to pay cash to do some pretty major repairs on our cars to like get us through. And this, like, all the car stuff started happening this week. Like my car wasn't working. It was like a whole issue. So I was anxious, stressed. I did some planning and filming on Monday afternoon, Monday evening, and I cleaned my makeup brushes. That is a super old, something papery. Oh my gosh, that clean brushes sticker I've had for probably like 5 or 6 years. I don't wear makeup nearly as often now as I used to, so I don't have to clean my brushes. I used to clean my brushes like twice a week, and now I just like don't have to clean my brushes as often because I like hardly wear makeup. So, you know. And then Monday or Tuesday, I like woke up, had my coffee and crossword. I did like YouTube work, editing work. I was stressed. I made my car appointment for the weekend because Joe, like my car battery wouldn't hold a charge. So it was one of those situations where like someone would need to jump my car and then immediately like drive my car to the dealership and drop it off. So we had to do that on Saturday when Joe was home to like jump my car and then like we could drive together. I did more work, I read, and then I played Bloons TD. And then on Wednesday, I had like a huge zit. I don't know what's been going on this last year. I've had like more like painful breakouts than I've ever had in my life. And I'm like, I'm in my 30s. I thought I was supposed to be past this. So it's been like an experiment of trying to figure out like what works to like keep my skin chill. I batch filmed a ton of reels this day, which I actually like don't really do anymore because I feel like trends, like sound trends, move so quickly that if you like batch a few weeks of reels, by the time you like get around to posting some stuff, like the trend is already passed. So I tend to only do like a few at a time now. But I basically spent this whole day, like I got ready and filmed a bunch of reels like with my face in them because that's like harder. I have to like be ready, you know, and like look presentable. I baked bread, and then we had like a double date night at a brewery, like a local brewery with one of Joe's friends who, like actually I've known him longer than Joe. He lived in my dorm freshman year of college, but he went to medical school with Joe and they became good friends. So he and his wife, like the four of us, went to a brewery together. And then I came home, read, and played Bloons. And then on Thursday, I like woke up really early on Thursday morning with like super bad joint pain, probably because I had a beer the night before. Beer is like, there's a couple, like pizza and beer are the two things that I notice. Like if I eat them, like I feel super like inflamed, like my joints feel really achy and stuff. So I ended up finally being able to fall back asleep. So I slept in really, really late on Thursday because I was up for like a huge chunk of time in the middle of the night. I had my coffee and read and watched YouTube. I had back pain probably from, I finally did get a new office chair, but I was having back pain issues from my old office chair. Anytime I would like try to do plan with me's or plan, which is another part of why I kind of fell off the planning train. It's just my chair was hurting my back so much, but I have a new chair, back pain is gone. So that helped. And then I did more work, and then Joe picked up Raising Cane's on his way home from work, and we watched Heartstopper, which I absolutely loved. Joe really liked it, but I was like an emotional disaster the entire time we were watching it. And then Friday morning, I'm about to put this down, but Friday morning, I woke up and I was like, did we forget to close one of the blinds, like in the living room? There's like a window by our front door. Did we forget to close that? I just like see like light coming in from like the front door area. And we do like dry cleaning pickup. They do free pickup, like the dry cleaning company we use. And Joe had put out his dry cleaning and didn't close the front door all the way. And so it opened. And so our front door was just like completely wide open. And there's like no screen door, no storm door, nothing on it. The front door was just completely all the way open, like wide open. And I was so pissed. Like I was like, because I was sleeping. So like I woke up and like our front door was just entirely open. I was like, what the heck is going on? I was so angry. So I had my coffee, did my crossword, read, scrolled on my phone, and then did like my Friday laundry and cleaning thing and did more work. I feel like I've definitely had like weeks, like it fits and starts of getting like a ton of YouTube or content stuff done, and then I'll like fall off for a little bit. It's just hard to have a routine when your life is constantly up in the air. But did that, and then I chilled out on Friday evening, just like hung out with Joe and didn't do much of anything. And then Saturday morning I slept in, and I am going to apologize. My camera stopped filming. Like this clip was so long, it like stopped the clip, and I didn't realize it stopped the clip until the like shutter closed. And so I put down like the first few labels for Saturday without realizing that my camera was no longer filming it. But like I said, I slept in and had like my coffee, and I was just chilling out, and I'm like, the only thing we have going on today is that I need to take my car into the dealership. But I realized that I had mixed up the day of my brother's party. I thought it was on Sunday because his actual birthday was on Sunday, and it was not. It was on Saturday, and the like time we were supposed to be at my brother's house was like 20 minutes after the time I was supposed to drop off the car, but where we live is like 40 minutes from where my brother lives. We're both in suburbs of Columbus, but like on opposite sides of the city. So I was like, oh crap. So I called my brother and I was like, hey, I'm an idiot, and I like wrote down the wrong day for your party, and we have like a car appointment. I'll like be there afterwards. It was just like a small family get together. So we had like his birthday party. We kind of hung out at his house for the afternoon, and then we drove home. And honestly, I was exhausted by the end of the day, just like mentally running around and being with like large, even like I love my family and I love spending time with my family, but like anytime I'm with like a lot of people and everyone's talking all together, I'm just like completely drained by the end of the day. And then Joe and I watched Heartstopper together on Saturday night. And so then Sunday was my brother's actual birthday, which I marked. And I was super excited. This is like when I was posting a reel every day on Instagram, which I'm still kind of doing, like just not quite as religiously. But I had like a huge spike in follower count that kind of started this week. I like doubled my followers on Instagram, which was just like really weird. It like went up super duper fast. But this was the day I hit like 6K, which I hadn't had a lot of growth on Instagram in a long time, which I like realized is the most narcissistic sentence to say in like the whole wide world. Like there's no way to talk about it without sounding like you're full of yourself, which I don't mean it like that. I was literally like shell shocked. Like when I hit 6K like that quickly, I had like a couple of reels that like took off, and I just gained a whole bunch of followers very fast. I had Taco Bell breakfast, audiobook and game. Joe and I sat on the patio and like I just had LaCroix, no wine. We cuddled and went to bed early. And this is the finished spread. So I love how this turned out. I love the hollow foil. I love everything about it. So thank you guys so much for watching and for hanging in there while I've been very sporadic in my uploads. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you in my next one. Bye, guys.